Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has blessed us with the gift of Iman and Deen. Deen is our way, our life, which we have to commit to in order to acquire the ultimate pleasure of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. जिससे हमें अल्लाह ताला की खुशनुदी और रिज़वान हासिल हो सके. Deen, a person has to take very seriousness, that how much deen he can implement in his life, then this deen will be a means of him achieving the higher objective, which is the pleasure of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. For this deen to come inside our life, we have to make an effort. We have to continuously be vigilant, alert about acquiring ilm from the right sources and trying to perfect our understanding of the deen. Allama ibn Sirin rahimahullah ta'ala anhu is a great tabi'i. He mentions إِنَّ هَذَا الْعِلْمُ دِينٌ إِنَّ هَذَا الْعِلْمَ دِينٌ. That what is deen? He says this knowledge that you acquire, this is deen. So if your knowledge is correct, your deen will be correct. And if your knowledge, your source of knowledge is incorrect, your deen will also be incorrect. A person doesn't understand how to pray salah properly because he has been taught wrong or he has studied it wrong, then all his life he will pray wrong. So whilst he is praying wrong and he thinks he is following the entire deen, he is following the wrong concept of deen. So there's a big shortcoming today in the masses of the people where we don't have a desire to study deen, to understand the importance of deen, acquiring knowledge. There is a saying in Arabic, it is not a hadith, it's the saying of the Salaf, "Utlubul ilm walau kana bis-sin." Acquire so much knowledge even if you have to travel to China. Now what this is trying to emphasize is that even meaning if you have to sacrifice and go through troubles in acquiring knowledge, then be ready to do so. And knowledge doesn't come just merely just dreaming and wishing well. You have to study hard behind these matters. So Allama ibn Sirin would say rahimahullah ta'ala anhu, إِنَّ هَذَا الْعِلْمَ دِينٌ فَانْظُرُوا أَمَّنْ تَأْخُذُونَ دِينَكُمْ. So be very alert from who you take your deen from. Nowadays many people, they browse and surf the internet and they get hold of wrong information from the people whose aqidah is in conflict with the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and the perception that they take of deen, they begin to follow this. And they stay away from the ulama ikram and the Ahli Haqq ulama, then they don't realize what we should be learning. And then the whole life is spent in this way. And then they be either shy to ask. For example, if you don't know the qunut in witr, dua al-qunut, so we've been praying around for many years, but I'm too shy to ask. Or number two, why don't I ask? Because I have takabbur ke, why should I ask you? I know knowledge also. So these are two reasons why a person deprives himself of seeking the correct knowledge. One is takabbur, and one is shyness. In acquiring knowledge, there should be no shyness and there should be no arrogance. Allah give us tawfiq. That's what Imam Mujahid rahmatullahi alayhi would say, لا يتعلم العلم مستكبر ولا مستحيل. That the person who wants to learn knowledge, if he has arrogance in him, he won't acquire knowledge. And if he's too shy and think, oh, maybe he will laugh at me, my beard is turning white and yet I don't know how to pray Quran properly. If I approach the Mawlānā and say, please teach me Quran, and he will laugh at me, you don't know how to pray Quran, I've been teaching your children for many years in madrasa and you being the father don't know how to pray. So this person, he goes back and shaitan puts this barrier of shyness between him and acquiring knowledge. So and knowledge is deen. Knowledge is deen. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in a hadith, it is mentioned that Ughdu aliman, the first opportunity, Rasulullah, what did he encourage this ummah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Every single one of us, this is fairly amr, a command. He said, Ughdu aliman, all of you become alims. This is the Rasulullah's command. This does not negate that you can't become a tabib or a doctor or a teacher. No, everything, you can incorporate everything inside. But priority in your learning and studying should be that of ilm. learning the correct ilm and then propagating it. That's why in tafsir, the first ayat which was revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon the qalb of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam in the cave of Hira, it was Iqra, read. First instruction is to acquire knowledge, and Iqra, in the tafsir of the first Iqra, it means study knowledge, acquire knowledge. Read meaning acquire. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, because he is the one who created you. He's Khaliq, you are Makhluk. So now you put these together, he's Khaliq, I'm Makhluk, so I need to know who he is. How will I do this? By studying. خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ عَلَقٍ. The second verse. From a drop of blood we were made, meaning our introduction was of jahalat. وَاللَّهُ أَخْرَجَكُم مِّن بُطُونِ أُمَّهَاتِكُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ شَيْئًا. Allah took you out of the wombs of our mothers when we didn't even have any knowledge of anything. That's our introduction. هَلْ أَتَى عَلَى الْإِنسَانِ حِينٌ مِّنَ الدَّهْرِ لَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا. So then Allah Ta'ala, He gave us وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. He honored Bani Adam by teaching him, giving him knowledge. So اقرأ بِسْمِ رَبِّكَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ عَلَقٍ. Our introduction was of jahalat, but now in this jahal we have to acquire knowledge of deen, ma'rifat and ilm regarding the deen, to acquire Allah's qurb. Allah give us tawfiq.